Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled Parents. In today's episode, EM yells at me for wearing a tank top on a school trip because her son shouldn't see that. 1. Most of the girls were wearing them because it's 100 degrees. 2. I'm a teacher. Entitled mother thinks she can bully me into giving my PSN account to her son because he is too lazy to grind on War Thunder. Mom cussed me out after I stepped in her daughter's puke. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. EM yells at me for wearing a tank top on a school trip because her son shouldn't see that. 1. Most of the girls were wearing them because it's 100 degrees. 2. I'm a teacher. The players are Opie, me, EM, Entitled Mom, Mrs. T, my teacher, and Mrs. A, another teacher. I've been student teaching this spring in a 6th grade class. It's been a stressful semester, but a good one. Since day one, I have been treated 100% like a colleague and equal by my teacher and her grade level partners. I'm very baby-faced and don't always look like I'm in my 20s. But I know these kids very well. I subbed for them a lot last year and in this past fall. So they already have respect for me and we have a decent relationship. This week we're on a camping trip with 4 total classes. I finished student teaching, but my teacher invited me on as a teacher to get the experience. We mostly hang in the medical lodge and make sure kids take their meds each day. Easy gig after months of teaching. The kids are happy to see me. Anyways, we arrived at camp. I rode on the bus with my teacher. 2 of the other teachers drove their cars with student luggage, and so did some parents. I got off the bus and started to head down to the lodge with the other teachers for our meeting with the camp director and the counselors. I stopped off to fill my water bottle before heading down. As I finished up, a mom came up to me. I smiled and was about to greet her. "You can't wear that." "Excuse me?" "Young lady, that is so inappropriate for a school setting. You're going to distract my son and all the other boys. I'm going to have to ask you to change as soon as we get to our cabins." For reference, I was wearing jeans, a black undershirt, and a tank top with thick straps that covered my bra. You literally only saw my black undershirt that kept my bra from being seen through my shirt. Oh, and it was 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I let out a small chuckle. I thought it was a silly mix-up we could laugh about later. Nope, that set her off. "Don't you dare laugh. I'm serious. Who is your teacher? You are so disrespectful. No wonder you're dressed like that, trying to get the boys' attention, I bet." I put on my best polite teacher dealing with parents smile. "Whose parent are you?" She told me. Her kid was a troublemaker from another class. "Mrs. EM, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm not a student. I'm a teacher. And the camp's dress code allows my students to wear tank tops, so do not ask them to change." "Now you're lying to me? Where is your teacher? I'm getting you sent home." One of my teacher's partners, Mrs. A, overheard the yelling and came over also in a tank top. "Is there a something you need, Ms. OP?" I shook my head. "No, I was just introducing myself to Mrs. EM. She didn't know Mrs. T had a student teacher this year." Mrs. A nodded earnestly. "Ms. OP has been such an asset to all of us this semester. Your son actually got a few science lessons from her this year. She's going to be a great teacher." EM was absolutely red in the face. Later that afternoon, we brought all the parents down to our air-conditioned lodge to talk them through the week ahead. Mrs. T, who was kind of our grades team captain, introduced me to the parents. Everyone except EM was happy to meet me, and a few even said their kids loved having me as one of their teachers. The best part of the week so far was when her son ran up to me at dinner and asked in front of his mom, "Ms. Opie, can you teach 7th grade next year so you can be one of my teachers? I'm gonna miss you," That was so satisfying to read. It was pretty satisfying to experience. Yes, it was. That boy sounds so sweet. Sad his mom is like that though. Are you going to be teaching there again? Because it sounds like all the students, staff, and parents enjoyed your teaching. He's kind of a troublemaker in his class, but one-on-one he's great. I have another semester of student teaching to do and it will be at the same school, in a kindergarten class. But it's a K-8 school so I'll still see the kids from time to time. EM, where is your teacher? OP, I am the teacher. EM, visible confusion. EM, you're lying because you're supposed to be a student. This woman is the reason why we can't show our shoulders at school. Eve finally found her. Can't wait till her kid hits 7th and 8th. She's gonna have a fit when she sees some of those junior high girls. The best part of the week so far was when her son ran up to me at dinner and asked in front of his mom, "Ms. Opie, can you teach 7th grade next year so you can be one of my teachers? I'm gonna miss you." That one I will call karma. I have only read the title and I'm already facepalming. The title said you're a teacher. You're now saying you're only a student teacher. I'm calling the police for impersonation. But seriously, you're awesome, glad you handled it well and the kids like you. I was surprised she didn't say that. But my teacher and her team have treated me so professionally, I know they jump in to shut that down. Entitled mother thinks she can bully me into giving my PSN account to her son because he is too lazy to grind on War Thunder. Ek entitled kid, M entitled mother Mimi. Okay, so, this story is very fresh. It happened yesterday. It starts in a game of 12.0 War Thunder Air RB. I was as usual flying in my MiG-29, I had already hit an enemy F-14 with an R-27 ER and then came EK in his F-4S Phantom II. He fired a Sparrow at me which I successfully notched and came in for a dogfight. My plane is way more maneuverable than his so I quickly got him slow and vulnerable, looped around and gunned him down with the 30mm. Then he starts ranting in chat. Ek, what? How did you kill me? Hacker. Me, obviously confused. I'm not hacking, my plane is much more powerful. It isn't easy to take on a MiG-29 in a dogfight with a Phantom. I've fought MiG-29s in Phantoms too. The match went on as normal. We won. When I returned to hangar, I saw I had a message from someone. It was Ek. Ek, give me your account. Me, no. Ek, I want to be powerful. Me, absolutely not. Ek, do what my mommy says or there will be consequences. Me, laughing at this point, your mother won't change the outcome of this. Ek didn't reply for like 5 minutes and then I got a message again. M, give my son the account now. Me, are you his mother? M, yes, now do what I say. He wants your planes and he will get them. Me, no, I will not give it to him. M, you are probably some fat kid who never goes outside, so give my son the account and go outside, you fat. After that I checked the account level and low and behold it was only level 12. The kid was a wallet warrior. The conversation with M continued on some more, but I will not say exactly what she said because she started using some really offensive words, so I reported and blocked her. I have not seen her or her kid anymore. Guarantee his mom wasn't actually chatting with you and he was faking it thinking he'd get his way. That's what I would say. A lot of these EP stories are woman demands I give her something of mine for free, and I just can't see that happening in real life. No one is going to demand an account that has your personal information linked to it. But this makes more sense if it's a kid who thinks this could work. Time to report and block that account, then move on, I'd say. I don't even know that was the mom, that was little Kitty invoking the most powerful argument at his disposal, my mummy says. If you want to mess with them, offer to sell them your account for thousands. Reminded me of Draco Malfoy. My father will hear about this, lol. If those messages were sent via PSN, report them and the kid's account will probably get a suspension for a week or two. LOL, I love the wallet warriors. I like 8.3 and get called a hacker all the time because I use one of the few planes with IR missiles. Dumbass kids. I haven't played this game. Does wallet warriors mean pay-to-win players? Oof, at least you didn't cave to this Karen's demands. Actually, let's be real, I don't think anyone would give up their account just because someone told them to, lol. Why don't you just tell him to sell state secrets? I'm sure Gaijin will load him up with G and SL for that. Mom cussed me out after I stepped in her daughter's puke. I kid you not. I need to preface this with, I am not a confrontational person. At all. It happens while I am some new shoes for my kid at a clothing store. I get ones with little Velcro straps and I am headed to the cash register when splush I step into something slimy. I look down and am horrified. It's puke. Pink and blue chunky vomit. A stranger's pink and blue chunky vomit. Oh my god. I am unable to move for several seconds because I'm in so much shock. I look around for someone to help me. Help me what, exactly? Move? Clean up? Burn my shoes? I'm still not sure. Then I see a little girl, 9 or 10, sitting on the floor and her mom crouched next to her. Unsure of what to do, as I have never stepped in a stranger's vomit before, I approach them and stand 4 feet away. Me, hey, did she throw up? Because I just stepped in it and maybe someone should go. EM, get away from me. Me, I'm not mad, I just. EM, get the hell out of my face. Me, have you told a worker? EM, I said get out of my face. I was in shock and thought I was going to get beat up, so I walked away, my shoes squishing with puke beneath me. I told a worker and they took care of it quickly. I cried on the way home. Maybe her kid had a medical condition and throwing up is really bad? Maybe she was just under a lot of stress? It who thinks their kid can barf in public and they don't have to take care of it, and then cuss out the stranger who points it out. I can understand a parent being taken aback and worried about their kid. It does no good to be rude to random strangers, especially if they aren't the reason for the worry. What if you were someone who would have offered help? Sorry this happened to you. Sounds very awkward in many ways. Wow, sounds like a real gem of a person there you encountered. No sense in being rude to strangers because you're embarrassed that your kid puked, right? And why be embarrassed? Kids puke. Pink and blue chunks? Mother's fault she fed her kid all that junk. Strawberries and blueberries would do this too. I make smoothies that would for the color description here. You cried over that BS? You are weak. Have to say it. That is just F% hashtag king ridiculous. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.